Hi, everyone. My name is Anna Sheena Walsh, and welcome to the Food Entrepreneur Spotlight series by Cast Iron. I am so excited to introduce you to our guest today, Leah Livingston. She's going to be here talking about her business, how she got started, how she grew, and where she's at now. So, welcome, Leah. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, if you could just get started, tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, your company, what you sell, where you are.
Sure. My name is Leah Livingston. I am the founder, owner, and CEO of Yaya Sweet Treats. I'm located in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I primarily focus on custom cookies decorated with royal icing.
Amazing. And we are big fans of Leah over at Cast Iron. It's been awesome to watch her growth. But I don't even know this story, so I'm really excited to hear. Leah, how did you get started with this business? What made you get into the custom cooking, especially where you are? How did that work?
Sure. So my journey started a long time ago. I grew up in a family that always baked. My mom is the type of mom where at Christmas there's 12 or 13 different types of Christmas cookies on the platters we would hand out, and very fond memories of getting together with my aunts and uncles, cousins, brothers and sisters, and sitting down to frost cookies. My dad actually still does it to this day.
I love it.
Yeah, just my mom's got her recipe, and he frosts the cookies with buttercream, so a little bit different than what I do, but I have some very core memories of growing up baking. So I've always had a love for it. My journey, though, started, I would say, probably in 2011, 2012. I really got into baking cupcakes and some cakes. I was selling them kind of before the whole social media wave of custom desserts came about, and mostly it was just selling to family and friends. But I never really found my groove with that. I enjoyed making them, but I didn't, pursue it, and it kind of fizzled out. I do have a good friend who also has a small business cookie company. Shout out to Tiffany. But she introduced me to royal icing quite a few years ago, and that's kind of where I started to learn how to use royal icing. But again, didn't really do anything beyond that point. And then in 2019, my husband and I were pregnant with our second child, a little girl. And halfway through the pregnancy, we found out she was very sick, and we ended up losing her. And as you can imagine, I was in a very dark place, and I turned to baking for some
Yeah.
self-love, I guess. And it actually just popped up in my memories. It was Halloween of 2019. I dusted off all my supplies and I made some Halloween cookies, and took probably the most cringe-worthy photo of these cookies. But I posted it to my personal Facebook page, and people started asking me, if I was selling these, what I was doing, and kind of just started pushing forward from there. I kind of discovered that frosting cookies and being in the kitchen was just some time for myself, and it was time for me to just kind of, I don't know, it helped me escape. And that's where my love for the royal icing cookies blossomed, and haven't looked back since.
That's an amazing story. I didn't know that. I really appreciate, the openness and transparency. Obviously, so sorry for your loss, but happy it turned into something so great for you. And that touched my heart. So I really appreciate that. Um,
Sure.
One thing we hear from food entrepreneurs all the time at Cast Iron is, they have a hobby that they love, whether it's baking or food, or they have a dream of a food business. Sometimes they go through something, sometimes they're in maybe a job that they don't love, but they're so afraid to just take that first step. I know you said you shared the photo, and when people started inquiring, what did that look like? Were they your friends? How did you, go through the mental space to actually start charging for the work that you put in? How did that first customer base really look for you, and how did you make that step?
Sure. So, actually, going back to that picture from Halloween, I was reading through the comments, and I found my very first customer. It's just somebody I grew up with, commented on there, "Can I order some cookies for Christmas?" And
Ah,
I said, "Sure, why not?" And I remember I handed her the cookies. in a red tin, probably from the dollar store. She brought him to her work party. And I'm pretty sure the picture of Santa, if it's still on my Instagram, it should be the very first picture. Um, and from there, it kind of just, I can't remember how many people I might have sold cookies to for Christmas, but I definitely sent tons of trays with my husband to his work and, family gatherings. And then it was January 1st of 2020 that I started the business page and started sharing it, and then opened up for orders through direct messaging that way.
Okay, so exciting. I love that start. And then, as you start to get those first customers in, it's definitely one particular process, but you're now very successful, big business. How did that look for you? Was it organic growth? Did you put some effort into your marketing? How did you get it to where it is now?
Uh, in the beginning, it was a cluster. Probably up until I discovered cast iron, you could describe it that way, between
Okay.
taking orders through direct messaging, um, d- keeping track of my orders in a calendar that I hand wrote in. I would write something simple as custom order, or 3 dozen cookies in the person's name, and then I'd have to dig back through all my messages and social media to find what that person actually ordered. It was messy. In fact, I told Matt from Cast Iron a couple weeks ago that he could directly quote me. I haven't used my paper calendar in probably 2 or 3 months, which,
Love it.
you're right, it's
Yes.
shocking. um, but to begin, it's a lot of trial and error, figuring out what works for you, what doesn't. Yeah, I trialed Google Forms for a while. And everybody, has a different path or what will work for them. But in the beginning, it was definitely messy.
Love it. We hear that all the time. And for those who don't know, Matt is a product and customer success leader at Cast Iron. He is also his own food business owner. So he is an entrepreneur himself, and is very deeply connected with a lot of our community. So shout out to Matt. We love Matt.
We do
Um,
love that.
yes, yes. Okay. And so, as I said, a lot of people have this dream, and you really have cracked the code on making this real. You're making a life for yourself, doing something that you love, that is an escape for you. And that's really what most people can dream of in their career. So for all of the people out there that are not doing it yet, too scared to take the plunge, but have this dream, what would your advice be to get started?
To get started, I would definitely research your market. Simple as going on Facebook and typing in custom cookies in my order or in my area, or cake makers, and get a feel for the competition around you. I'm happy to share that picture from just 3 years ago of my cookies. At practice. Make sure to always charge your worth. That was a hard one for me for a while. The $1 million question I get all the time is, how long does one cookie take you? And unfortunately, I don't have an answer for that, because cookies is a multi-step process, but it takes time. And if you have the artistic ability to pursue a job like this, definitely charge your worth. Don't sell yourself short. Another thing would be that it's okay to say no to an order. I'm kind of saying that one to myself right now, Leah. It's okay to say no to an order.
Yeah.
I definitely struggle with that one. And then the last thing I think is really important in the food community, is that it's community over competition. Some of my best friends are other cookie makers, people to send referrals to if I'm too busy, reach out to if I need design ideas. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of mouths to feed, and I think that it's just so cool to see the community and find those people that you can work with in the same area. So don't be afraid to reach out to somebody who might be more of a mentor for you if you're looking to get started in a specific food market.
Amazing. Great advice. We'll definitely share that with the community because I think it's really good. And we do see people connecting all the time, and it's been one of the most rewarding parts for us at Cast Iron, and I know for a lot of our owners as well. And I think that is it, Leah. Before we move to our lightning round, is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience?
I don't think so. Just that I love cast iron. You guys are amazing.
I
Made
did
my
not
life a
ask
lot
you to say
easier.
that, everyone.
Yeah, no, no, no.
Well,
um,
thank you
yeah.
so much. We really
Mhm.
appreciate that. Okay, and we're going to move to the lightning round where it
Okay.
is the end of our chat today. I'm going to ask a few questions, Leah, and if you could just give us some 1 or 2 word answers really quick, some quick bites for our audience to digest. So we're going to move to that lightning round. I'm going to pull up my questions, so I make sure to ask them quick.
All right.
So first one, in your business, what's your favorite resource for you to learn either about your craft or about how to run your business better?
Can I say cast iron?
No, no caffeine.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
have three. One of them is Business Suite for posts, the ability to schedule posts, kind of manage your business from a social media aspect, Lightroom to edit photos, and Canva for design.
Yes, love it. We use a lot of those too.
Yeah.
Okay, other business owners that you admire.
Hands down, Emily from Fancy Snack Charcuterie. She's my small business bestie.
Oh,
Love
I
her.
love it. Love
Yeah.
it. What in life or in business are you most proud of?
Going full time in my cookie
Yes,
business. Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. And second would be having a semi-viral TikTok. No orders from it, but I think it's cool.
Yeah. Okay. I have more questions later about that. Amazing.
Okay.
And then last, this series, who are one or a few people that we should also spotlight in this video series?
I think definitely Emily from Fancy Snacks. And
Okay.
then, you know, I think it would be, yeah, I'm not close with too many other people who use cast iron. But I think it would be cool to try to get some new people on board and kind of mentor them and then do this with them down the road once, you can see how it transforms their business.
Of course. Yeah. This is not cast iron exclusive. So we just want to hear from entrepreneurs so they can share their story so other people can learn how to do it themselves. So
Uh, well,
yeah.
then I'm going to add my friend Tiffany from Taffy Apple Baking Company. She's the one who initially introduced me to royal icing.
Oh, amazing. Okay, we will absolutely reach out. Thank you so much, Leah, for sharing your story, for being so open, and for sharing a lot of your expertise about everything for other people that want to do this and go full time, which is so amazing. Congratulations, and thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you so much.